This is a winter themed tray, and instead of doing a holiday, Christmas themed tray, I decided to make it winter so that I can use it all through the winter. And there you can see it was made from a chip box. This time I did a little bit different than my first tray that I made. I used parts of the box to reinforce the sides. I covered them in scrapbook paper, and I made some extra cards for sections if I need them. Now, what's a wonky house? Let me show you. Here's my wonky house box where I hold all the other wonky houses I haven't used yet, plus all the scrap paper that I used to make the wonky houses. It's like a whole production, It's just a whole thing here. So let me just get this stuff out of the way. So here are some really big wonky houses I made. When did I make these? Probably last year, I think. And yeah, so they're just waiting to be utilized at some point. And I have used other wonky houses and other decorations and things. Here's the box. I use scrap paper. Scraps of scrap. I wanted the houses to come up a little bit above the one side. I'm only going to put wonky houses on one side, and I went ahead and made a whole bunch of, well, not a whole bunch. I made 5 wonky houses that were eventually, I decided after I went to lunch and came back, they were too high, they were too big, they weren't exactly what I was thinking of. So I restarted and made smaller wonky houses, which is what I'm going to show you. I spent like an hour making those huge wonky houses. Yeah. Go back in and take these smaller cards. Well, they're not really cards, they're just, scraps of paper. And see how many I can fit onto the side of the box. I wanted it to be more like not a city line, but kind of like that idea, where the houses are just sort of jam-packed in there, you think, but they're not really, but they are, Anyway, you'll see what I mean. So these are just, again, when you cut down paper, you have scraps. And so this is where now from making the first set of 2 large wonky houses, I realized that the black scrapbook paper that I'm going to glue them onto, so then I can just glue the whole piece onto the side of the box, was too long. So now I've, cut it down to more that will actually fit the side of the box. So I can, maneuver here and figure out how many houses can I fit onto the strip and how many should I fit. And I will show you now how I make the wonky houses. It's just very easy. It's a lot of fun. The whole point of a wonky house is that it doesn't have to be perfectly built, But there are some things that I try to incorporate. I have a roof, of course. Now, some of that one, well, you'll see. I'll talk about it when we get there. And you have a door, and you have a window or two, depending on how big the house is. And then my doors are probably too big, but does that really matter in a wonky house? Probably not. I don't know. I don't know. It's just a facsimile of a living, place to dwell, and I don't know what else can I say. Let's make me stop talking and just watch me make some houses here. Now, for this one, I decided not to add an extra roof piece. I don't know why I just did. Instead, I just added the chimney. And I don't know. I guess it's because of the rickrack that was going on under that pink. I thought it already looked like it had a roof. And just trying something different. I don't know what is up with all the yellow doors, though. That's kind of weird now looking back at this. Right, everybody got a yellow door. Was that the law in the land? I don't know. So this is my last house in the making of the last house, and now I'm going to start decorating or defining all the edges with Sharpies, make little doorknobs, and that way, instead of sewing on them, I'm just going to use a Sharpie. And Sharpie or two, as I do. And also for the darker bits like the door and the chimney here, I'm going to put, or I use the white gel pen so that you can see it defined. And yeah, just keep going around. And this one I did just dashes on the roof, just something different. There's the apartment building, here's the double doors. I just think of everything, don't I? Oh man. So that one's got the dashes outlined. There's the handles, and there's the windows. I don't know about the windows, but it kind of looks like bricks, but anyway, that'll work. Now for this half circle, I wanted it to look more like weird shingles on the roof. So I don't know how this house ended up on this street, but here we are. And it needs a door. Forgot to put a door on there in the windows. So here we are again. Oh, and I did remember to distress the edge of the door. And it's a green door, not a green striped door, not a yellow door. And we'll just get one window in here. And just continue on now with the sharpiness of it all. This one needs a window. So I just gonna make one round window. That's all you get. That's all you get. And with this black window, I'm using the white gel pen again, and then I think this one got dots as well. It kind of simulates a stitching, maybe. Probably if I use a thinner Sharpie, it would work better, but just going along, trying to get it done. My plan is to use the tray to put my project supplies in for at least for this month in December, and continue on in the winter months with new winter supplies. With the new winter supplies. So now I'm just defining the chimneys on some of them, and come back in and make the door and the windows. I'm going to set up house. And this was kind of the tricky part. I wanted the other side of some of the houses to be with the black paper here, so that, you know, when you see it from the other side, it's just, you know, the black. And then I didn't think about, but you know, how do I make sure the bottom of the houses are lined up so that they will sit correctly when I glue the strip to the side of the box. So here I am now with the ruler, and you know, the whole time going, well, is it straight? Will it be straight? Because, you know, I don't really have that grid mark on the desk isn't necessarily straight. If the paper wasn't put on the desk, you know, it's not lined up to be, you know, perfectly straight. And I was like, well, oh geez, you know. And then taking the houses away and then remembering where I put them. I guess I should have outlined the roof line with the gel pen. I didn't even think about that. Not until just now. I always think of things after the fact, but I really love the way they look. They're so cute. It actually, while I was making, I was thinking, well, I hope this looks all right when it's done. But looking at it now while I'm doing the voiceover, I think they're adorable. I think so. Now we're gonna, you know, make a little snow, and I didn't know what to do because I don't have any snow. I saw Bohemian Crafter. She made snow with aquarium sand and glue, and it looks so cool. And I don't know. I don't have that. I have glue. I have loose glitter. So with some, I used what was that? Glossy accents first, and then I went back with the tacky glue, and here's that glitter. And it looks, I guess it's like white on one side and pink on the other. So I just keep tapping and getting glitter on that card, and then you know, trying to get glitter onto the places where I put the glue. And that glitter just, you know, it just goes everywhere. I was vacuuming up glitter all over the place, even though I really tried not to get it all over, but sometimes you can't help it. Now, after I got done with the use up all the glitter you have, you know, you have on the desk, use it up. I really love the way it looks with the black background, but that's not what I had intended. So here, we're going to cut that away. And, you know, now it kind of, because of the glitter and the glue kind of going over onto the black paper, now I have kind of more of a black outline, which is, I like that too. That was just, you know, a happy accident. And I'm just going to cut around there. Look at that. I don't know. I love it. For this part, I don't know. I just thought I'm going to mark it so I know where to put it. I just thought putting double-sided tape would make it the easiest, to get it to set up, because with wet glue, I didn't know, would I have to try to clamp it, and there was no way to clamp it. So if I had stronger double-sided tape, it probably would have, well, I don't know. This worked out, I think. Yeah, Yeah, more glitter, because you know when you move the the row of houses, the glitter falls off. Hopefully that will, you know, stop doing that after a while. And so I thought, well, I'll set this down and I'll put it on and press it and everything should be okay, right? No. No, it's not. It was crooked because it wasn't really perfectly straight when I glued them together. So actually was able to rip that off with just a tiny bit of damage to the backside, which no one will see. And now I'm going to add some braces. This was a Tim Holtz embossing folder that I got recently on clearance at Joann's, and it's typewriter keys, which is pretty cool. So I am just dressing it now, and I'm just going to use it to go around. I have 3 letters. I'm going to use the tacky glue, and this will help to. There's two reasons. It helps to hold the houses on the corners, and also covers that one little bit there on the side that the rectangle and the oval. It was just sort of awkward looking. So I thought I would use these letters for braces, and I like how this turned out. There we go. So see, it covers that oval, the section between the oval and the rectangle that went around the corner, over the corners, I should say, of the box, the black paper. And so then I come back in and cover the other 2, and this time I use 5 letters. And here are my wonky houses on my project tray. I put my extra large wonky houses that didn't fit on the side of the box on the inside here just temporarily, and I like how it gives it depth in the picture here.